Okay, this is a little more difficult. Why?
Came back to Dalles in 1958, and my dad decided I better go to work. And my oldest brother, CR, was a member of the Lions Club at that time, and he kind of talked me to come in his way. My dad was a member of the Urness Club. My older brother was a member of the Urness Club. I had been a student Kiwanian in high school.
Good training.
But I learned, you know. So in 1962, I became a member of the Lions Club. And looking back, it's been quite a trip, really. 49 years goes by pretty fast. Only those who are older than I can attest to that.
Okay, can you tell us about your favorite fundraising activity and your favorite community project?
Well, you know, there's more than one. I had a chance to go back and look through scrapbooks that were made for the president of the club during the ensuing year. At the end of the year, an old favorite Lion, Gus Weigelt, would present the club president with a scrapbook.
One question that, reading through this, it's not on my list. It's a letter from the Milton Freewater Lions Club to our members here. And it says that your secretary, that might have been you, the secretary at the time, I don't know, but it says it's participated in many line activities over the 22 years, but none has been more stimulating as the litter cleanup last Sunday. And then they say, what's the story between that one half of a brassiere found behind one christening spot? So, you know about that?
I think that was the Milton Freewater Club responding to what's happening up there.
Oh,
during the course of all those cleanups, there was a lot of different stories about what was found. We had a member, his name was Leonard Smith. He was commonly known as Digger Smith. He was the undertaker for Smith Calloway Funeral. And now this was 1967 or 68 when we had the first one. And he found a $10 bill on there, and he was pretty proud of money. But that was $10 was quite a bit of money back then. We offered him to donate it to the club, but we never did see.
I don't know what happened. Do you have a favorite Lions memory you'd like to share with us?
Oh, there's too many. We need more tape. But a fun one is one of the earlier Christmas tree pickups. This was before we had the help from the local garbage bin. We had our own pickups. We'd go out, and it's kind of appropriate to talk about it on this day with 4 or 5 inches of snow, because this particular Saturday morning, which was the first week after Christmas, we were going out and collecting Christmas trees. And one of the more profitable projects that the Dalles Lions Club has continued to hold. In the process of going out and picking up these trees, we go by the neighborhood of Dick Yesney, who is a past Lion. And he probably should be here to defend himself, but he's not. So I will continue the story. They sent us out by the pickups, and there were 2 or 3 of us in each pickup. And we drove by Dick Yesney's house and saw that his pickup was parked in the driveway, and that he obviously did not appear on the scene to help pick up these trees. And we were about 2/3 through our morning pickup, and so we stopped. I said, there was about 5 inches of snow out in his yard. And we stopped, and I walked up to his front door, and I knocked on the door, and nobody showed up. And I think he kind of sheepishly peeked around the curtain and saw that we were there and not leaving. And so finally he opens the door and we razz him just a little bit. And he said, we want you to pick up your Christmas tree. He says, I don't have any trees. And I looked out at our pickup, and we had about 8 of them in the back of our pickup. I says, oh, but you will have. And he very, very modestly made his contribution. And, that was a fun program. I was thinking about a couple of these questions that we had, and I was thinking, well, I look around, and another one was, I was with Minnick, Dewey Harris, Lyle Grisham, and they're all gone. They're all gone now. So you just have to believe my story. And we went out and we were involved in the Christmas tree pickup again. Lion Bob will remember the results of it because at this time we still didn't know how to dispose of these trees. We hadn't gotten a hold of the Forest Service to grind them up and put them where they would do some good. But we decided after all these trees had been collected, and we had a place out close to the river, out where Stadlin Fruit Company is located, and we had a pile of trees quite high. I would say higher than Spooky's building. And Minnick and Bob, see who else was it? We had one other guy, Dewey Harris. Dewey. So we called the fire department. Dewey and myself and Bob we were all volunteer firemen at the time. We all knew better, you know. Captains in the fire department, who else could be trusted? We called the fire department and told them, might have a little smoke out in the west of town. Disregard it, we'll be there and it'll be under control. So we call ahead. We get out to where this stack of trees are. A lot of guys had showed up because they'd been out working and making this big pile. And it was another cold winter day. It was nice to warm up the place a little bit. And we set that fire on that thing. And those trees were pretty dry. And it took off. And I remember the county judge was out there. His name was Bill Corchie. And he looked at that thing going up and he says, oh my God. And he was running for his pickup. We did melt 2 taillights on the But we very successfully got rid of the trees.
Question, and you might have covered a little bit there, but what advice do you have for the young people who are considering the future in the Leos Club?
Well, Lion Tim is probably as good a mentor for bringing some of these kids around. They have to have the exposure. Somebody has to ask them. Somebody has to be able to dare to help kind of mentor them. And that's getting done here, and I think it's going to be only get better. And those people will someday want to be, hopefully, a lion instead of a student Kiwanian.
Very well done.